Greetings, everybody. Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network, Jeffrey Guterman, opening day for the 1964 season. I had this game scheduled for 8 a.m. Eastern U.S. Couldn't wait. We're going to get this going right now. I'm going to set up, I'm going to go take care of a couple things. It's going to be a couple minutes, and then I'll come back. I'll come back. Kathy Harden has arrived. Isn't that beautiful? Now that we're back to sort of normal after that wild 1964 World Series. I couldn't wait, Kathy Harden. So I don't know that there's a lot of people here who count on the times, but this is opening day for 1964. It's the expansion in their third year, Houston Colt 45s at the Cincinnati Reds, and this is the first of a one-game series. They had this thing where, you know, Cincinnati, of course, hosts the first game historically, but that was it for this series. And I'll be back with the lineups just quickly. It'll be Ken Johnson for Houston and Jim Maloney, both right-handers. Jim Maloney for Cincinnati. I'll be back with the lineups in just a couple minutes. This is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. Oh, yeah, I know. Kathy, thank you very much. And you were awesome. It wouldn't be the same without you. That was one hell of a World Series. Would have been great, but you know, that's Strat-O-Matic and baseball, right? It doesn't always come out the way you think it's going to come out. I'll be back in just a couple minutes here with the lineups. That was a lot of fun. And whoever wins the pennants of this replay, there'll be a new World Series, of course, if I ever finish it. Greetings, everybody. It's Jeffrey Guterman with the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. Let's look at our opening lineups here today. For the Houston Colt 45, starting their third year, leading off and playing shortstop, Eddie Casco. Batting second at second base, veteran Nellie Fox, he was on the 59 White Sox. Obviously got picked up in the draft. Batting third and playing first base is Pete Runnels. He played for the Senators and the Red Sox until finally being traded to Houston in '63. We're using a nameless player. I know that's upside down. He had a total of 51 because of this, you see. He had a total of 51 at bats, 10 hits, hit 196, one double, 3 RBIs. We gave him a poor hitter's card, and we made him a 318. We'll make him a C, 1-12. The cleanup hitter is Walt Bond, and as the season goes on, I'm sure we're going to learn more about these people. Walt Bond, who played everyday player there, 20 home runs. Batting fifth, it's Rusty Staub, and he'll be in right field. He hit 216, 8 home runs. Rusty Staub. Batting sixth is the toy cannon, the center fielder Jimmy Wynn. I hadn't realized that he was with them that early until I started playing, but he was on the 63 also, the 63 Astros. Batting seventh is Bob Aspromonte. He was picked in the draft. He'll play third base. Batting eighth is John Bateman. I'd have to go check. Let's see, because he's in our 69 replay. He eventually was traded to the Expos from Houston. He'll be doing the catching. And the pitcher is Ken Johnson, and something fascinating to know is that later this month, 10 days later I think it was, April 23, he pitched a no-hitter and lost for the Houston Colt 45s. Now for the Cincinnati Reds. Leading off and playing second base. Where the hell did he go? God damn. That's messed up. Hold on. Oh, Christ. Where the hell did he go? God. I lost him. It's like the rest of everything else. I had him earlier. Bear with me. Damn it. That is very strange. Hold on. I just had him this morning, for Christ's sakes. I'm looking for Pete Rose. It's very, very unusual that I lose a player this early in the season. Look who else is on Cincinnati, Joe Nuxhall. I gotta find Rose, really. This is getting ridiculous. I had him this morning. Can you freaking believe this? Oh, there he is. He fell down. Oh, he always looked. Okay, leading off for the Reds is Pete Rose. He's playing second base. He only hit 269. This was his second season. and he's a 3. Batting third at third base, Chico Ruiz. Batting third and center is Veda Pinson. For the Cincinnati Reds, batting fourth and right is Frank Robinson. Before he was traded to the Orioles, obviously. Batting fifth at first base, Gordy Coleman. Batting sixth in left field, Bob Skinner. And you remember him from the World Series, pinch hitter. He played first on Cincinnati this season. Then he gets traded to Pittsburgh. Batting seventh and catching, Johnny Edwards, and he was eventually traded to Houston. Batting eighth at shortstop, Leo Cardenas, who eventually went to Minnesota. And the pitcher is Jim Maloney, a right-hander. He was 15 and 10 on the season in real world. And we're at Crosley Field for the traditional opening day. And in just a moment, we expect the Reds to take the field. Kathy for the Reds. All right. That's fine by me. I don't know who I want, Kathy, if anybody. And the Cincinnati Reds take the field. There's Jim Maloney on the mound. It's the first game, folks, of the season. Remember that playoff standings, updated standings, and leaders are posted after every date of games. And therefore, this first date has only 2 games. The other game is the Los Angeles Angels at the Washington Senators. And that one will be played, I don't know, who knows when, maybe later today, tomorrow, or the next day. Attendance is 27,878. Here at Crosley Field. Okay, let's set up the Reds defensively. Maloney on the mound, Edwards catching. Coleman at first, Rose at second, Chico at third, Cardenas at short. Chico stayed with the Reds. In the outfield, left to right, Skinner, Pinson, and Robinson. And leading it off for the Colt 45s is Eddie Casco. Maloney on the mound, he's ready now. If only we could get the ball. There it is. Okay, Casco a right-hander. Here's Maloney. Kathy Harden for the Reds. Here's Maloney, the wind-up and the pitch to Casco. And that's 6'9" right-handed. And that's a drive hit out, and that's going to fall in the gap in left center for Casco. He's got a double to start it off. A double off Maloney. A leadoff double by Casco. And here comes Nellie Fox. Forgot to see Reynolds. Reynolds bats left-handed. Very important. Okay, it's Casco on second with nobody out. Here's Maloney, the pitch to Fox. 5-7 left-handed, fly ball left field for Skinner. He makes the catch, that's one away. Now Tommy Runnels. Pete Runnels, I'm sorry, left-handed hitter. Using a nameless player. Had 51 at-bats. And here's the pitch from Maloney. That's 2-5 right-handed. Fly ball to right for Frank Robinson, who makes the catch. That's 2 away. And Walt Bond is the batter. Left-handed hitter, Bond. He's got some power. Here's the pitch from Maloney. That's 3-9 right-handed. Struck him out, and the side is retired. So Maloney gets out of that after letting up a leadoff double. After a half an inning, it's Houston nothing, Cincinnati coming to bat. Now we get a chance to look at Ken Johnson. Ken Johnson coming out on the mound for Houston. He was 11-16, not bad. Not too bad for this team. Again, he threw a no-hitter in real world in his second or third start. It was on April 23, and he lost the game. It's a beautiful morning for Strat-O-Matic baseball. Strat-O-Matic 1969 baseball. And we thank you, Kathy, for the retweet as usual. And leading it off for the Reds is Pete Rose in his second year. Switch hitter, batting left against Johnson. And remember, Rose is not the Pete Rose we really know. He hit .269. He's a 3. Got good speed out there. Went to 15. He came on 65 to have an even better season. And you'll notice Rose. Yeah. Okay, Rose steps in the batter's box. It's neat to see him at second base. That's where he started. Here's Ken Johnson for Houston. And Rhodes Scholar has arrived. The pitch to Rose. That's going to be 4-9, left-handed. That's a grounder to second, picked up by Fox. Throws it to Runnels, and there's one away. Rose is retired here in the bottom of the first. Nice, it's a nice fresh, it's like a coming back to school. Got the pencils sharpened, nice fresh opening day. Nice thick fresh pad, game 1. Yeah, RS has arrived. Let's play ball. Here's Chico Ruiz. Switch hitter, batting left against Johnson. The pitch to Chico. That's 5-3. Left-handed, fly ball left field. Bond going back, he's a 4-12. Here's where Houston gets into trouble. Oh. Be a 4-12, 18-4. And he it goes, drops in for a base hit. He could not get that. Walt Bond. So Chico is on first here. He's a B 1-10, 1-11 with Bateman. Chico on first, 1 out. Here's Veda Pinson. This is when Veda Pinson really, he wasn't awesome this year. He hit 266, 23 homers, played every day just about, but he was good. Pinson and Robinson. It's Chico on first, one out. Here's Johnson from the stretch now. And the pitch to Veda Pinson. Left-handed hitter, 6'8", and he walked him. So the Reds have first and second here with one out in the bottom of the first, and it's Frank Robinson. I tell you. Frank Robinson on the Reds, they'd be a fool to ever let him go. His first year was 1956. This is already his 9th year. And boy, was he good. Okay, first on second, one out. Frank Robinson at the plate. Here's Johnson and the pitch. That's going to be 5-6, right-handed. Flies to center. And Jimmy Wynn is under it. That's 2 away. That was a big out for Johnson. Now here's Gordy Coleman. Johnson trying to get out of this. Gordy, a left-handed hitter. And the pitch, 6-7, left-handed. Grounds it to second. Fox has it. And he throws it over to first. 2 runnels, and the side is retired. So Johnson gets out of that. He's fortunate. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, and 2 left. We've gone 1. It's scoreless after 1. Houston at Cincinnati. Oh. I'm also looking to play an afternoon game today. Probably move that Houston-Pittsburgh game up to this afternoon, and then also post some other ball games. Leading it off will be Rusty Staub, left-handed hitter, hard-hitting youngster for this expansion club. He didn't have much of a season this year, though. Didn't play too much. Played about halftime. Staub steps in. Here's Maloney. And the pitch. That's going to be 111 right-handed. That is hit into the, it's a base hit for Staub. Hit into the gap. And Staub is on first here. And Jimmy Wynn is the batter, the toy cannon. You know him from our 69. Again, he didn't play more, didn't even play halftime. Jimmy Wynn, but we know we're using the exact lineups. Okay, Maloney from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Wynn. That's going to be 3-3 right-handed. Fly ball left field. And Skinner makes the catch. Staub holds, 1 out. And here's Bob Aspromonte. I think he was drafted in 62 or 61, whenever they held it. An original Houston Colt 45s, eventually traded to Los Angeles, another expansion team. Maloney from the stretch with Staub on first, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Strat-O-Matic. That's going to be 5-4 right-handed catcher X. That will be Edwards 2-6. 5-2. It's a wild pitch followed by a pop out. A wild pitch thrown by Maloney. Staub goes to second. Got away from Edwards. So Staub in scoring position now with 2 outs. And John Bateman is the batter. Okay, Maloney trying to get out of this here. In the top of the second. Here's the pitch to Bateman. That's 5-2. Right-handed, that's hit well by Bateman. That's going to go, and I believe it's a 2-run home run by John Bateman of the Houston Colt 45s. He had 5 in real world. He hits the first home run of the season. And the crowd is not amused. 5-2 Bateman. Right-hander, right off Maloney, 1-15 if he has the power, and he does. So Bateman, with his first home run of the season, puts Houston ahead 2-0. Of course, we'll enter all that after the game. I would normally enter it now if we're well into the season, but since nothing's been entered yet, I can certainly wait. So Maloney lets up a long one to Bateman. It's 2-0 Houston. Here's Ken Johnson, the pitcher. And the pitch from Maloney. That's 3-6, and he grounds it to short. Cardenas to Coleman, and the side is retired. But 2 runs for the Houston Colt 45s. On 2 hits, the single, and then the home run by John Bateman, his first of the season, the first of this season. Bang, bang indeed. After 1.5, it's Houston 2. First shots fired by the Colt 45s, indeed. What a metaphor for a baseball team. They sure changed that one. Well, here's Ken Johnson now. He's got a lead in this ball game. It will be Skinner, Edwards, and Cardenas. Here's Bob Skinner to lead it off. Left-handed hitter facing Johnson. And here's the pitch to Skinner. That's 3-7 right-handed. He walked him, so Skinner is on. Skinner on first here to lead it off with a walk from Johnson. And here's Johnny Edwards. Very, very good catcher. Been playing very good ball for Houston in our 69 replay. And here in 64, he played 423 at-bats, hit 281. And a 2-0 behind the plate. That's pretty good. Okay, Johnson from the stretch here. With Skinner on first, no outs. The pitch to Edwards. That's going to be 1-9 right-handed, and they struck him out. That's the first for Johnson today. Yes, he was. Staub was the first to score. Absolutely. So it's 1 out, Skinner on first. Here's Leo Cardenas. The pitch from Johnson. That's going to be 2-8 right-handed. Grounds it to short. Skinner was not being held. It's a double play. And the side is retired. 6-4-3. Turned by Casco to Fox to Runnels. And the side is retired. It's no runs, no hits, the walk, and a strikeout. None left on. We've gone 2 here on opening day. It's Houston 2, Cincinnati nothing. And I'll take a brief break here just to get myself together. When we come back, we'll continue this ball game. It's a leisurely ball game. It's a Thursday afternoon. Hey, my pleasure, Rhodes Scholar. Oh, you saw... Oh, you couldn't see the supermoon, Kathy. Okay. Yeah, I heard about that. It was big, though. I saw it over here. It was not the supermoon, but it was bigger than usual because it's closer, I believe. What kind of work you doing, Scholar? You working from home? Is that it? I'll be right back. think I'll make our afternoon game a 4 p.m. start if that's okay with everybody. Want to just settle in nicely to our 3 replays now that the 64 series has been completed. Maloney will come out to pitch to the Colts here in the top of the 3rd. I'm going to get some fresh coffee and be very leisurely now. Very, very relaxed. I can make more if I want. And it looks like I will need to make more. Take a little water here. Oh God, is that refreshing? Wow. Okay, Maloney, after letting up the 2-run home run to Bateman, it's going to be the top of the order. Eddie Casco leading it off. Witching hour first pitch, absolutely Rhodes Scholar. Custodial arts, wow, I'm not even sure what that is, Rhodes Scholar. You can clarify if you wish, but it's up to you. Here's Casco. He doubled and was left on in the 1st. Hitting 1,000 on the season. Here's Maloney now, and the pitch to Casco. That's 410 right-handed. He struck him out. Now he goes down to 500. And that's the 2nd for Maloney today. He's got a very good ratio. 1 an inning, give or take. Just about 1 an inning. So it's 1 down. Here's the veteran Nellie Fox. Left-handed hitter. He flew to left, Nellie. Oh. Maloney gets the sign from Edwards. The wind-up and the pitch to Fox. That's 1-6. And that is a base hit to right for Nellie. Thrown in by Robinson. Fox on first with 1 out. Oh. Okay, cleaning? Okay. That's a good, is that your profession? That's a good, really, that's a good profession. My son started a cleaning business, believe it or not. Here's Pete Runnels now. Fox on first, 1 down. Pete Runnels is the batter. He is a left-handed hitter. The pitch from Maloney now. 5'9" left-handed. Whoa, he's a W. That's a 5'9", and that is, whoa, it's a fly ball to right anyway. Nice catch by Frank Robinson, 2 outs. The Colts are hitting, though. No doubt about it. They're hitting the ball, getting hit. Good. Getting pitchers to hit off Maloney. It's 2 outs, Fox on first now. Yeah. I enjoy cleaning. I mean, I enjoy the product of it. It makes me feel organized. And, you know, like sometimes my thinking is disorganized, and cleaning, mopping. I live in a studio, so it's so much easier these days to clean. So much less space. Here's Walt Bond now, 2 outs, Fox on first. We're in the top of the third. It's 2-0 Houston. Oh, that's good coffee. Here's the pitch to Bond. That's 3-9 right-handed. Struck him out. And that's the third for Maloney. And the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, the single to Fox, left on base. Middle of the third, it's still 2-0 Houston over Cincinnati. So you may be curious, just to let you know, Houston came in 9th, second to last. There were 10 teams in each league. Houston was 66 and 96. And the Reds were very good. They came in third, tied for second with the Phillies. 92 and 70, only 1 game behind the Cardinals. So I'm looking forward that the Giants came in 4th place, 3 games out, and even the Braves were 5 games out. I'm looking for a good race in the National League. In the American League, I'm also looking for a good race. Yankees won by 1 game. White Sox, the Orioles were 2 games out. We're going to revisit that as the season goes on. Right. We're moving to the bottom of the third. It's going to be Maloney leading it off. Here's Ken Johnson on the mound. Maloney is a left-handed hitter. He throws right, bats left. He's a 2 NL. Oh, that's good coffee. Okay, here's Johnson now. The pitch to Maloney. Left-handed hitter, 6'6". It's smacked into left field in the gap, and it's dropping. Bond gets it, but Maloney is standing on second with a leadoff double. How do you like that? Maloney. Okay, Rhodes Scholar, the Phillies are your team. You know, one thing that Strat-O-Matic can't really capture in the card and dice game is the Phillies having a nice lead right until the end in September, and then blowing it. So we could see a close race all season. So Maloney with a leadoff double, and here's Pete Rose, the tying run at the plate, switch hitter batting left here. Oh, good coffee. Here's Ken Johnson now. From the stretch, and the pitch to Rose. Rose batting left-handed. He grounds it to short X. That's going to be for Casco. He's a 219. That's pretty good. That's going to be 8-2. That's going to be 19. Let's see if he gets it. Casco makes the play, and it's a 1 out. Maloney holds at second. Nice play by Casco. So it's 1 away. And here comes Chico Ruiz. Chico. Oh yeah, Dick Allen. They got Callison was very good. They got Jim Bunning, who pitched a perfect game on Father's Day against the Mets. It's 1 out, Maloney on second. Here's Chico now. He's a switch hitter, batting left-handed. And the pitch from Johnson. And that's going to be 3-11 right-handed. There's a base hit to left. Maloney goes to third. Whoops, I forgot to include Bond, his arm. It is a +1. That's a tough call with 2 outs. Maloney rounding third, 1-10. 2 outs, 1-12. And with Bond's arm, 1-13, he'll come home. Here's the throw from Bond. It's 2 outs. Oh, 1 out. But we'll I'll let him hold. I know it's very conservative. So it's first and third, 1 out with Pinson and Robinson due up. The infield is back for the double play. Pinson walked in the first. And here's the pitch from Johnson. That's 1-7 right-handed, and he flies it to center. That's going to be deep enough for Maloney to tag, and it's a 2-1 ball game. Pinson gets a run batted in. Chico holds. So there's the first run for the Reds this season. It's 2 outs with Chico on first. He's a B, 1-10, 1-11. Being held. Here's Frank Robinson. You see, I had not done that before. It's the randomness built into it. And here's Frank Robinson. Johnson. And the pitch. That's 4-3 right-handed. Fly ball to right. Uh-oh, that's going to be stopped. He's a 4-16. This could be trouble, and this is where they get into trouble. 4-16, that's 15-4, and that's a base hit. Staub couldn't get to it. Chico goes to third and holds. So it's first and third, 2 outs. And here's Gordy Coleman now. Left-handed hitter, Gordy. Johnson trying to get out of this. And here's the pitch. That's going to be 5-8 left-handed. He flies it to right, and Staub gets to it this time. And the side is retired. But 1 run for Cincinnati. On 3 hits, the leadoff double by Maloney. Knocked in by Frank Veda Pinson with a sacrifice fly. 2 left on. After 3, 2-1 Houston. And it's a beautiful morning here in Cincinnati. And Maloney takes the mound. To start the top of the 4th, just a beautiful, lovely morning. Oh, that's good coffee. Okay, here's Staub now to lead it off. Maloney on the mound. Staub singled and scored on the home run by Bateman. Here's the pitch. Left-handed hitter, that's a 4-5. And he struck him out. That's number 4 for Maloney. 1 out. Now Jimmy Wynn, the youngster, packs a lot of punch in that small frame of his. They call him the toy cannon here in Houston. But it doesn't seem like much of a toy when he hits 1 out. He didn't play too much this year. Here's Maloney now. The pitch to Wynn. He's a right-handed. And that's another one. He hit it again. But this one won't make it. It's going out to left field. And Skinner makes the catch. That was hit well by Wynn. 5-2 right-handed. That was the number that Bateman hits, but this time it's flagged down by Skinner. It's 2 away. And now Bob Aspromonte is the batter. 62 would be a cool season, wouldn't it? I think I need to take it easy, though, and not get any more replays for a while. We're doing 3 now. I think that's plenty for anybody, right? Okay, here's Aspromonte now. Two outs, nobody on. The pitch from Maloney. That's going to be 1-8 right-handed, and that is a base hit by Aspromonte. So a 2-out single, and they're hitting Maloney, no doubt about it. Aspromonte on first with 2 outs. Here's John Bateman, who hit the 2-run home run. The pitch to Bateman. That's 1-5 right-handed. Struck him out. And that's number 5 for Maloney. He's doing good in the strikeout department. No runs, 1 hit. And 1 left. We're in the middle of the 4th. It's still 2-1 Houston. This is opening day in the 1964 replay. The 1964 Strat-O-Matic baseball replay. A crowd of 27,878 paid for this opener in Cincinnati. Okay, Ken Johnson comes out. He allowed his first run in the 3rd. It will be Skinner, Edwards, and Cardenas. Bob Skinner leads it off. And here's the pitch from Johnson. That's going to be 5-5 left-handed. Grounds it to short X. That'll be for Casco, a 219. That'll be an 18-2, and he throws him out. 1 away. Casco good at shortstop. Here's Johnny Edwards now. Left-handed hitter. Pitch from Johnson. That's 4-6 left-handed, and that is a base hit for Edwards. His first of the season. Edwards is on for Leo Cardenas with 1 out. Maloney on deck. From the stretch, Johnson. And that's 4-5 right-handed. Grounds it to short, forcing Edwards. Leo Cardenas is on first base with 2 outs now. And here's Jim Maloney. 2-0. Here's the pitch. That's going to be 3-5, and he grounds it to short for Casco again. And he made all 3 plays in this inning. The side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. We've gone 4, and it's a 2-1 ball game. Let's go check out that coffee as Maloney sets out to face Johnson, and then the top of the order. This is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. We're so glad you've decided to join us. Special day today, opening day for our 1964 replay. We did things a little backwards. We played the 64 World Series this past week. Now we're going to play the season. If St. Louis and New York make the series again, or whoever does, we'll play it again. say both teams will not make the World Series because it was so close. The odds say in one of the leagues. Remember how close it was in the American League with Chicago and Baltimore, both one game behind, or give or take. And Philadelphia, Cincinnati, and the Giants. My goodness, with Willie Mays. Okay, Maloney, I got coffee here. And this is my last cup. We'll need a new pot later in this ball game. Maloney faces Johnson. He's a 1NR. I think they called them the Colts for a nickname for the team, right? Colts lead at 2-1. Here's Maloney, the windup and the pitch to Johnson. Right-handed hitter, 1-6. He struck him out. That's 6 for Maloney now. Now Eddie Casco. 1 for 2, doubled left on in the first and struck out by Maloney. Okay, Casco, right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch from Maloney. That's 1-9, right-handed. He grounds it to short. Cardenas over to Coleman, 2 away. And here's Nellie Fox. He was a 4 at second base. I don't know what he was on the 59 team, if they even have such a thing, but he would have been a 2 or a 1. My guess is he already he couldn't run anymore. He's 1 for 2. It's 2 outs, nobody on, and here is the payoff pitch from Maloney. That's going to be 4-10, left-handed, and he flies it to right field. And Robinson makes the catch. It's a 1-2-3 for Maloney in the middle of the 5th. It's 2-1 Houston. You know, it's kind of neat because there's no Brooks Robinson on this team. He's on Baltimore. In fact, I think he was MVP. I need to go look that up, but some other time. But I think he was MVP in '64 and in the AL, and I believe it was, of course, Ken Boyer in the NL. But there's only one Robinson on Cincinnati. Well, Ken Johnson comes out he's pitched steady baseball. His endurance is the 7th. He did pitch 218 innings. So a pretty solid starter here for Houston. It's going to be the top of the order, Pete Rose to lead it off. Rose 0 for 2 today. Oh, that's good coffee. Oh. Let me just relax and savor the realities of life. Let me just savor the moment here, if you don't mind. Rose steps out of the box for a moment. Oh, that's good coffee. Okay, Johnson is ready. And the pitch from Johnson. That is 4-7, batting left-handed, and that's a base hit by Rose. So Rose is on. He's the tying run. That young hitter can hit. Rose on first, nobody out. Here's Chico now, 0 for 2 today. He's an 8 bunter. think we'll lay it down. With Pinson and Robinson on deck. Infield is in, he'll be a B. Here's the pitch from Johnson. Oh, that's a beauty. It's a 5B. And it's hit back to Johnson, and his only play is to first. So a sacrifice for Chico. Rose on second with one out. And don't forget, these Reds are in this race. They believe it. Again, let's remember, it was Boyer in the NL and it was Brooks Robinson in the AL. And remember, the Reds are in this. The Reds, the Phillies, and the Giants, and the Braves are statistically really in this race, even though it hasn't even started yet. Okay, it's one out. Rose in scoring position. Veda Pinson. He's got some hustle, that kid. Absolutely. Here's the pitch from Johnson. That is 5-9, left-handed. He flies it to center, and that's for Wynn. He makes the catch, and Rose holds at second. So it's 2 away for Frank Robinson. 2 tough batters that Johnson is trying to get through here to get out of this and hold on to the lead. It's 2-1 Houston, bottom of the 5th. Robinson flew to center, singled in the 3rd, and he was left on base. Clutch situation for Robinson. Here's the pitch. That's 4-5 right-handed. He grounds it to short, Casco, and he throws it over to Runnels, and the side is retired. So Johnson gets out of that after the leadoff single. And then on second base, Rose. 1 run, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. After 5 hits, so we got a ball game here. No doubt about it. Woodschick pitched in relief in Real World in this game. Ellis and Nichols. Woodschick has a card. So does for Cincinnati Ellis. He had 14 saves. Look at Billy McCool. He was on San Diego, by the way, in '69. It looks like Nichols does not have a card. It could be, let's see, Chet Nichols. Pitched 3 innings for the season. We won't even bother, most likely, ever with him. It's going to be Sammy Ellis if needed. Boy, he's a good reliever, Sammy. I'll have to learn about him. Well, we move to the top of the 6th. We're moving right along. It's Maloney. Facing Runnels, Bond, and Staub. Here's Pete Runnels. Flew to right twice. Left-handed hitter, using a nameless player, folks. He had 51 at-bats. Here's the pitch to Runnels with no home runs. He's a W. Power, 6'7", left-handed, grounds it to second X. That'll be for Rose, 319, and get used to it. He's not that great at second. He's a 319. That's 15-3. That'll be 19. Let's see if Rose can get this. Oh my! And it's booted by Rose. It's a 1-base error. Maybe he hustled a little too much on that one. So Runnels on first after the error by Rose. Here's Walt Bond now. Bond has struck out twice. He's a left-handed hitter. Again, he hit 20 home runs. 254, 85 RBIs for this expansion team. He's a pretty good ball player, you know. I don't know a lot about him. He played only 6 years. It's a shame. Something must have happened to him. Wow. He died in 1967 during his last season. Whoa. At age 29. He was diagnosed with leukemia while serving in the Army in 1962. He lived 5 years. Isn't that a shame? Isn't that a frickin' shame? Hey, Mike has arrived. We're glad to see you, Mike. Isn't that something about Walt Bond? He'll hit away. Here's Maloney now, with Runnels on first and the pitch. Oh, is that right, Rhodes Scholar? That's interesting. 1-4, and that's grounded back to Maloney. He forces Runnels at second, and Bond is on. So that viewer, how does that work, Rhodes Scholar? I guess I could look it up. Is that a way to get cards that are not available or something? That's interesting. Okay, Bond is on. And Rusty Staub, the batter. It's Bond on first, one down. That's very interesting. Okay, Maloney now. With Bond on first, one down. From the stretch. The pitch to Staub. Yeah, it's 2-7. Right-handed, he grounds it to short. There's a force. Getting Bond at second, 2 outs. And Staub is on first now. And here's Jimmy Wynn, 0 for 2. Flew to left twice. Hit the ball well each time. And who makes those cards? And they have a card for him for the 64 season. Here's Maloney, the pitch to Win. That's going to be 5-6 right-handed, and they struck him out. And that's number 7 for Maloney. The side is retired. No runs, no hits, the error by Rose. 1 left on. We're in the middle of the 6th. It's a 2-1 ball game. Houston is winning here. It's opening day for the 1964 season. There's one more game slated on this date, and that will be the Los Angeles Angels at the Washington Senators. I guess that was part of a tradition too. It'll be McBride starting for the Angels and Claude Osteen for the Senators. And the Senators have steady Eddie Brinkman on the team. There's some players. This is fascinating stuff. Going to move to the bottom of the 5th. It's going to be Ken Johnson now. He's pitched, allowed 1 run in 5 innings. Pitched well. The bottom line is he's winning this ball game. It's going to be Coleman, Skinner, and Edwards in the bottom of the 6th. Let's go check out that coffee. Kathy Harden for the Reds. Let's check out what we need to do. Yeah, we're going to need to make some right now. We're going to need to make some coffee right now. and I like to say it out loud, so that, you know, that's all that helps. I'll need coffee filters. That's about all. We'll make an 8-cup here. $6.50 a month, and allows access to all cards. And for 64, he's there? Let me just check something on Runnels then. Maybe he's got a frickin' card. Hold on. With 51 at bats, I'd be surprised. No, he only played for Houston this season. So that's weird. You know that? That's weird. There's no card for Runnels. Just making an 8-cup here, folks. That is very weird. That's a lot. How much is it? 5? What the? Wow. $6.50 a month allows access to all cards ever made? Oh, Jesus. How are you supposed to play with them, though? Can you, I guess you could screenshot them or what? That's weird. Wow. And both of you guys have it. That's pretty wild. I guess you could game the system if within 1 month or so, or whatever. Oh, wow. That's amazing. You could, I guess, copy all the cards. I mean, it might be hard to do that, but if you really want to game the system, couldn't you do that? Go in and copy every freaking card. I like having these cards, though. Here's Ken Johnson now. Coffee is brewing. And Gordy Coleman leads it off. Gordy, left-handed hitter, he's 0 for 2 today. The coffee is brewing. Okay, here's Johnson. The pitch to Coleman. That's going to be 3-6 right-handed. He lines it to first, caught by Runnels. That's 1 away. That's interesting. I make, if I don't know, you know, he played so little, I made him a 3-18. I gave him the 18 like Coleman. But, you know, I make him a C power, C, I mean a C stealing, C bunting, everything. You know what I mean? I make him a 1 to 12. Here's Skinner now, 1 out, nobody on. Johnson now, and the pitch to Skinner, batting left-handed. That's going to be 5-11 left-handed, grounds it to first for Runnels. He's a 3-18, speaking of Runnels. That's going to be 23, he makes the play. So that's 2 away. Runnels has made both plays this inning. You guys, is it worth it to you guys? For $6.50 a month? I mean, I guess that's, what is that? A little over $70 a year, I guess. Here's Edwards now. You guys are serious players. Okay, Edwards steps in. 2 outs, nobody on. And here's the pitch from Johnson. That's 3-8, right-handed. Grounds it to short for Casco. Throws to Runnels. It's a 1-2-3 for Johnson. He's looking very good there. We've gone 6. It's 2-1 Houston on the 2-run home run by Bateman in the second. Maloney doubled. and came home in the third. Johnson pitching excellent baseball. Both pitchers pitching good baseball today. We'll do the top of the seventh, and we'll take a brief break. Here's as the coffee brews. Here's Johnson now. I'm sorry. Here's Maloney, and he'll pitch to the bottom third here. Bob Aspromonte. They set it up. Do they set it up as teams? You know, do they set it up as teams? Like, so I could do the 27 replay. Pirates won the pennant that season. Okay, Maloney is ready. Here's the pitch to Aspromonte. That's 2-6, and he lines it to short. Caught by Cardenas, one away. In other words, you know, how do you play with them? Do you have to play it on your phone or something? Or do you copy it? Or what the hell do you do there? Pot number 2 is coming up, but it's a half pot. Just a little more than half. Here comes Johnny Bateman now. He hit the 2-run home run. Maloney. And the pitch. That's going to be 1-7 right-handed. Fly ball center. It's hit well but playable by Pinson. 2 outs. And now Ken Johnson. I mean, how do you... I could look into that myself, you know? So I don't want to ask questions where I could get the answer. But I can't do it right now. Ken Johnson, a 1-NR. With 2 outs, nobody on, he's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch to Johnson. And that's 1-7, struck him out, and that's number 8 for Maloney. And a 1-2-3 for him. We are in the 7th inning stretch. And we've got a ball game. It's 2-1 Houston. Ken Johnson will come out to pitch his 7th inning. That will be his first endurance inning. That was Maloney's first endurance inning. It will be Cardenas, Maloney, and Rose, and I think we'll hit for Maloney. I mean, geez, you know, they're down by just 1 run. They used Mel Queen and Marty Keough as pinch hitters in this game in real world. They lost this game, the Reds, 6-3. Wow. Wow. They took Maloney out after 6 innings, but again, he allowed 6. Here's Marty Keough. And here's Mel Queen. Mel Queen, you know, this early in the season, we have the luxury. Look at that left-handed hitter. Look at him against lefties. Wow. We have the luxury of seeing the cards. Oh, there's another left-hander. So, you know, you wouldn't know that if you were using them, but we'll keep that in mind. The coffee is brewing. My name is Jeffrey Guterman. I'm very, very grateful to all of you. Mike, Rhodes Scholar, Kathy Harden, I see here at the broadcast today. Opening day. And a surprising 2-1 lead by Houston, but you know, anything can happen in baseball. It'll be Cardenas, and then we'll see if Maloney hits, and then Rose in the bottom of the 7th. My name is Jeffrey Guterman. I wish a good day to all of you, and we'll be back in just a few minutes right here on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. Wow, Rhodes Scholar. Thank you so much, Rhodes Scholar. Thank you. They should make it available on a desktop. You know that? But okay, that's pretty cool. I don't even have a printer, you know? I mean, I'm paperless. You know, as you can see, I don't use a lot of paper. I use it to keep the games, you know, score the games. There's something about the tactile feeling of a score sheet. I use this, okay? But I don't use a lot of paper. And of course, it's a card and dice game with cards. We'll be back in a few minutes, folks. Reds can come back, huh? You all can let me know if you want me to hit for Maloney. I'm going to step out for a minute. I'll look to see if there's any comments. I say no, because I say the heart of the order will come up this inning and parts of next inning. So, but it's up to you. I say keep Maloney in there. It's up to you. I know the Kathy Harden approach is to keep him in, at least from her past behavior. I'll be back. That's a good ball game we got. I'm looking on the big TV screen. I love that. Oh, Road, yeah. Oh, that's nice of you, Road. My email is jguterman@gmail.com. Just like my last name, Guterman with one T, but with my first initial, J. Guterman, one T, @gmail. I'll be back. Okay, Rhodes Scholar, I'll look for that. I guess if I get the card, it would make sense to use it for the remainder of this ball game. Let's see if you sent it already. If not, no problem, sir. I don't see it yet, so don't worry about it. Okay, we're back, and it's nice and cool here. I'm very fortunate. Ken Johnson holding on to the lead for these Houston Colts. It's going to be Leo Cardenas leading it off. Johnson's been very tough today. This is his first endurance inning. Here's Johnson now. The windup and the pitch to Cardenas. That's going to be 6-4 right-handed. That flies to left. And Bond is under it. He makes the catch. So sad to hear he died of leukemia. 1 out in 1967. So a big out by Johnson on Cardenas in the middle of a sea of trouble there. Look at those home runs there. Here comes Maloney. He's a 2 NL. Maloney doubled and scored the only run for the Reds today. Oh, that's good coffee. Oh, Lord help me. Oh, soothe me. Oh. Soothe me, soothe me. Give me peace of mind. Oh, that feels good. Okay, here's Johnson. What a ball game. The pitch to Maloney now. 2 NL, 5-4. Fly ball center. X, win a 416. Whoa. Oh, he's left-handed. I'm so sorry. It is still fly ball left. X, win. Trying to get to it. He's a 416. This could be trouble. These fours will bite you eventually. 15-4. Out in center. And it drops in for a base hit. Wynn could not get that. So look at that. Maloney really helping his cause today. First he doubled in the third and scored. And now he's the tying run on first with 1 out, and it's Pete Rose. Johnson trying to settle down here. Here's Johnson from the stretch. The pitch to Rose. That's 2-3, right-handed, fly ball right. And Staub makes the catch, 2 away. And now Chico comes up to the plate, switch hitter batting left against Johnson. Johnson gets the sign from Bateman and the pitch to Chico. That's 2-6, right-handed, struck him out. Oh, Ken Johnson with his second strikeout of the ball game. He gets out of it. He continues fresh, no runs, 1 hit and 1 left. We've gone 7. It's a 2-1 ball game. Wow, what a game. Staub on his horse, absolutely. He has a great arm, but he can't field. Maybe because he You know, you always wonder about that. You have people like that. Stargell is the same way. Great arm. It's probably because also he can't run too well. Okay, Maloney comes out. This is his second endurance inning. He's fresh. It'll be the top of the order. Casco, then Fox, and Runnels. Of course, I could always ask you what the play is off his card, couldn't I? Here's Maloney. We'll stay with what we have, okay? I don't think it's going to get kind of confusing in such a close game. Here's the pitch to Casco. That's going to be 2-5, and he walked him. Maloney walking Casco here in the top of the 8th. And here's Nellie Fox. He's aged, he's a veteran, he's not much of a fielder, but he can still bunt. And that's what we're going to have him do here. See if they can get Casco in scoring position at an insurance run. Here's the infield is in, so he's a B, Nellie Fox. A B bunter. Here's the pitch. That's going to be 9B, and it's good. It goes to third and throws him out at first. That was played by Chico. Casco is in scoring position now with 1 out. Casco 1 to 13. Here's Runnels now. Left-handed hitter. The pitch from Maloney. That's going to be 6-6. Left-handed. Struck him out. That's number 9 for Maloney today. That wouldn't have mattered. It was on Maloney's card. 6-6. Struck him out. 2 down. And here's Walt Bond. Bond 0 for 3. Struck out twice. Reached on a force. We're on the top of the 8th, people. Colts lead at 2-1. Casco on second, 2 down. Here's the pitch to Bond. And that's going to be 2-10 right-handed. Hit deep by Bond. Oh my. Deep to right field. Back to the wall goes Robinson. It is gone. A 2-run home run by Walt Bond. And that will make it a 4-1 ball game. Bond with his first home run of the season. He hit 20 in real world. One more hit or walk, and he has reached fatigue. And I think that'll be it for Maloney, just for realism's sake. Whoa. How do you like that? Walt Bond with a home run off Maloney to knock him out. He pitched 7 2/3 innings. Six hits. He walked only 1 batter. He struck out 9, but he let a couple get away from him. He cleared the bases. We'll check him out. 4 runs in 7 2/3 innings. Ellis and Chet Nichols pitched in real world in this game. Sammy Ellis is a good pitcher, and therefore I'm going to use him, even though he's a right-hander, against Pinson, a left-handed hitter. Sammy Ellis taking his warm-ups. He would probably turn out to be one of their best, if not their best, in the bullpen. And it's not a close game, but it's opening day. We'll let Ellis come in. So Sammy Ellis steps into the batter's bar, on the mound, taking his warm-ups. And here comes Stott. 4-1 ball game. And here's Rusty Staub now, left-handed hitter. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's Ellis now, the pitch to Staub. That's 3-7 right-handed. He popped him up to second. Rose under it, makes the catch, and the side is out. But 2 more runs for Houston. We're in the middle of the 8th. It was a 2-run home run by Bond. He had 20 in real world, by the way. It's 4-1 in the middle of the 8th. And we move to the bottom of the 8th. It's going to be Ken Johnson trying to hold on to this lead. He got some insurance now. It's going to be Pinson, Robinson, and Coleman, the heart of the order. I don't know how good Coleman was. Not that great. Didn't play that much. You see players sometimes in the opening lineups at the beginning of the season who ended up not playing too much. Okay, here's Pinson now. Walked, sacrifice fly to knock in the only run for Cincinnati, and then another fly ball to center. And here's Johnson, the pitch to Pinson. And that's a 2-6. And that is a drive hit out. It's a base hit by Pinson. So Pinson is on. This is Johnson's second endurance inning. He's fresh. Pinson on first, Robinson at the plate. Don't miss our game, and I'm going to change it to 4 p.m. from tomorrow. Houston at Pittsburgh in our 69 replay. Okay, Robinson, 1 for 3 today. Here's Johnson from the stretch. The pitch to Robinson. That's going to be 3-6 right-handed, and that is a base hit by Robinson. Just past the reach of Strat-O-Matic. And that's going to be first and second now. There's action in the bullpen for Houston. Hal Woodashik is warming. He pitched in this game in real world, and he's pretty damn good. He had 23 saves for Houston. Sounds like he saved 1/3 of their wins. Holy cow. Whew. He's a left-hander, but he's warming. Okay, it's first and second, nobody out. They're going to stay with... in fact, that's it for Johnson. Johnson is being removed with left-handers due up. Oh, my. Due up now is Gordy Coleman, a left-hander, Skinner, a left-hander, and Edwards, a left-hander. And there's probably going to be pinch hitters there. Johnson went 7 innings. He's the winner of record. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits. He walked 2, struck out 2, and he has allowed 1 run thus far. That's it for Ken Johnson. And Hal Woodchick is coming in to pitch here. And if he finishes it, he's eligible for the save as they're down by only 3. And he would be eligible for his first save. He had 23 in real world. So here's Woodchick taking his warm-ups. It's going to be Gordy Coleman to lead it off. Interesting to see Coleman has power against left-handers. We'll let him hit. They didn't use any pinch hitters in real world, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Coleman will hit. It's first and second. Here's Woodchick now. The pitch to Coleman, 3 column. And that's going to be 1-4, and he pops it up to the right side of first base. Runnels in foul territory makes the catch, 1 out. Now there'll be a hitter for Skinner. We can't, in good faith, use him in this situation. Let's see who's going to hit here. Can you believe Don Larson is on this team? He was on the Giants. Okay, Mike. You take care. Thanks for being with us. He was on the 62 Giants, by the way. Mike White is a good candidate. Right-handed hitter. Bob Lillis, also a good candidate. Look who's on this team, Jerry Grody. He hit 181, he was a 3. Joe Gaines, also a good candidate. And Al Spangler, but he's a left-handed hitter. Spangler ended up on the Cubs, if you remember. He's on the 69 Cubs. I'm seeing who can play first base, for Christ's sakes. None of these people play first base, Jesus. I'm sure there's somebody in here. Oh, Skinner plays left. Oh, wait a minute. What am I frickin' doing? Cincinnati is the... and it's not even the weed, Kathy. Wow. I'm surprised you all didn't stop me. Wow. Let's see. Oh my, look at this guy. Oh, Darren Johnson. And he can play first base. Oh my God, there's DJ. Remember, he went to the Phils. They had some good players. DJ's gonna hit here for Skinner. And he will play left field. Darren Johnson pinch hitting for Skinner. He is a right-hander. He has power. Lord. Robinson on first, Pinson on second, 1 down here. As Johnson approaches the batter's box. Okay, he's in the batter's box. And Hal Woodchick has come in. His second batter he'll face. Here's the pitch to Johnson now. That's going to be 4-9 right-handed. It's a base hit. Pinson scores. And Robinson goes to third. It's a 4-2 ball game. A base hit by DJ. A 4-9 right-handed. It's first and third, one out. Woodchick now will face Johnny Edwards. He's a left-handed hitter, and he'll hit. Look at him against lefties. Not bad. Not bad at all. A 281 hitter. Looks like he fared pretty well against left-handed pitching. The infield is back on Edwards. Edwards is the go-ahead run at the plate. Johnson on first, the tying run. And coming in to run for Johnson is Tommy Harper. 1-17. He ended up on the Seattle Pilots. Look at that. Tommy Harper, and he would stay in to play left field. Tommy Harper is running. Isn't that something? In case of a double, he'd have a better chance of coming in. A young Tommy Harper. And he will then play left field. Okay, Edwards now. Woodchick with Johnson on first, Robinson on third. Here's the pitch to Edwards. That's 1-9, left-handed, struck him out. Would have been a strikeout against right-handers. That's only 2 away, though. Something about winning the opening game. Leo Cardenas now 0 for 3. It's up to Leo. Harper on first. Robinson on third. Here's Woodchick. The pitch to Cardenas. That's going to be 3-8 left-handed, and he flies it to center. Getting under it is Jimmy Wynn, and the side is retired. So Woodchick gets the Colts out of it. 1 run on 3 hits and 2 left on. And after 8, it's a 4-2 ball game. We're heading to the 9th. New pitcher for the Reds. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it's Ellis. He already came in. Ellis trying to save it here. He retired Staub in the 8th. If you're looking ahead to the 9th, it'll be due up will be Sammy Ellis. They'll have a pinch hitter, Rose and Chico. Here's Jimmy Wynn to lead it off for the Colts. Okay, Ellis. The pitch to Wynn. That's going to be 4-7 right-handed. Struck him out. And Ellis was one of their best, if not the best. We'll get to know better, but he had 14 saves, 122 innings. He did have 5 starts. He's a mainstay in that bullpen for the Reds. Reds think they have a shot at winning the pennant this year. Let's see if they can at least beat Houston in the opener. Here's Bob Aspromonte, who's 1 for 3. Okay, Ellis, the windup and the pitch to Aspromonte. That's 3-8, right-handed, grounds it back to Ellis, and he throws it to Coleman, 2 outs. And now John Bateman. Bateman 1 for 3, 2-run homer in the second. Turns out Bond's home run is the winner of this game. Knocked in the winning go-ahead run. Here's the pitch to Bateman. That's going to be 2-3 right-handed. It's a base hit up the middle. Wow. Bateman, 2 for 4 today. Thrown in by Pinson. And here's Hal Woodchick. They're going to stay with him. The pitcher, he is a 1 WR. Okay, Ellis now. Here's the windup and the pitch to Woodchick. That's going to be 110, and he struck him out. So the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We're heading to the bottom of the ninth. The Reds down by 2. And Hal Woodchick, very decent pitcher, God. Pitched 78 in relief, all in relief. And here we go, bottom of the ninth. And there is a hitter for Sammy Ellis. I was right. Ellis ends up pitching 1 1/3 innings. 1 hit, struck out 2, no runs. Let's see who's hitting here. Against Woodchick, the left-hander. It's going to be Steve Burrows, and he is a third baseman. Look, he had 370 at-bats. I guess he just wasn't ready for opening day. But Steve Burrows will pinch hit to lead it off. And he's a 1-13. He'd be pretty fine on base. The Reds are down by 2. It's Woodchick trying to save it for Ken Johnson. Oh, is that good coffee? Wow. Okay, here's Hal Woodchick. He's ready. Burrows steps in. Righty-lefty here. Woodchick winds and deals. And that's 3-8 left-handed. Fly ball center. Toy Cannon makes the catch. 1 away. Now it's Pete Rose. Pete, switch hitter, batting right against Woodchick. And here's the pitch to Rose. That's 4-6. Right-handed, struck him out. That is the second for Woodchick. He's looked good. He did allow the base hit to Johnson, but other than that, that brought in a run. That was charged to Johnson, by the way. It's 2 outs, and Houston is 1 out away from winning the opener against Cincinnati and taking a lead in the National League standings in first place. That's not going to last. Okay, Woodchick. Chico 2 for 3 with a sacrifice bunt. Here's the pitch to Chico. That's going to be 5-4, right-handed. He walked him. So Chico is on. He's a B, 1-11 to steal. And Veda Pinson is the batter. This is lefty-lefty. Pinson the tying run at the plate. He's got power, but not too much against left-handers. This will be the last cup here. And it's a full cup. It's a full frickin' cup here with bubbles, with those lovely little bubbles. Veda Pinson at the plate, 2 outs. Chico on first, Reds down by 2. Here's the pitch from Woodchick. That's going to be 2-7, and he grounds it to second. Chico was being held. And that's going to be a base hit. Oh, some of you remember being held. And it goes through. And Chico goes to third. Oh, my. And here comes Frank Robinson. Let's look at that again. Oh, my Jesus. 2-7 left-handed. Grounder to second plus. We always hold these. In very rare. And I said it. You can go look it up. And it's going to be Frank Robinson. The manager is coming out. The Houston Colt 45's manager. It's Harry Kraft, who managed the team until 2 weeks before the end of the season, and then Lum Harris came in. Harry Kraft played. God. He played in the 30s, 1937 to 1942, and then his managerial career started with the Kansas City Athletics in 57, then the Cubs, and now the Houston. He's been managing Houston since their inaugural season, and I guess he's having a talk here with Hal Woodchick with the right-hander Frank Robinson coming up. Look at that. There is going to be a pitching change. And look who's coming in. Don Larson, a right-hander. Oh, my. Oh, so that's it for Woodchick is not eligible for the save, but they don't care about that. My Lord. Woodchick pitched 1 2/3. He allowed 2 hits. He walked 1, struck out 2. He has allowed no runs. And Larson, ineligible for the save. Nobody is eligible right now. Look at Larson, 2.45, 114 innings. He relieved primarily, but he had 10 starts. He was used. He finally died, by the way. He was alive for a long, long time. Yeah, Larson coming in, the man who was perfect in 1956. Isn't that something? And it's going to be Frank Robinson. He's taken his warm-ups, and he's ready. Houston is 1 out away from the win. Robinson is the winning run at the plate. A long ball The Reds win it. Here's Larson now. First and third, 2 outs. The pitch to Robinson. That's 112. And that's a fly ball to center. Toy Cannon makes the catch. And the ball game is over. Houston wins. Any way you look at it, it was a good ball game. 4-2 ball game. The final score, Houston 4, Cincinnati 2. Whoa. Good game. The loss goes to Maloney. Of course, we'll keep both wins and losses. He pitched decent ball. Johnson gets the win. And he's 1-0. I was very impressed with Johnson today. The final line, Houston, 4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. Wow, they only had 7 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Cincinnati, 2 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. So Cincinnati gets out hits. It's a nice little opening day game, no doubt about it, Kathy Harden. And, you know, Cincinnati out-hit Houston by 4 and still lost. So that's the game, folks. I have some work to do now. It's time for me to enter this one in the books, set up some more games, move tomorrow's game to today. That will be, again, Pittsburgh Pirates hosting the Houston Astros. It'll be Denny LeMaster for Houston and Bob Veal for the Bucks. Pirates in first, and Houston doing very, very well. Houston is only 10 games behind Atlanta, having the best season. That's the other Houston team, the 69 Houston team. And they are 6 games over 500, tied with Cincinnati. Wow. For third place. They are contending as far as I'm concerned. That's the ball game. Stay strong, everybody. Kathy Harden, thank you for being here. Have a great morning. And to everybody else, I think RS might have had to leave. Stay strong, stay well, and I'll catch you all at 4 p.m. Eastern U.S. right here on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network.